queen has a strange disease. Whoever can paint her nose will spend the night with her, and she'll give him millions of gold coins. But if he can't, the queen will execute him, or even fed to her pets. That day the boy was practicing his drawing, but his drawing skills were abysmal. Even the apples were abstract. The teacher was furious. To teach his pupil a lesson, the master asked the boy to send the portrait to the queen. The boy knew he would probably lose his life on this trip, but out of respect for his teacher, he had no choice but to agree. Soon the boy arrived at the queen's palace, but as soon as he walked through the door, he was attacked by a mosquito. The boy reached out and swatted at it. The mosquito fled strategically. The boy grabbed a scroll and hit the mosquito, but the scroll was broken. The boy was shocked. He hurriedly opened the scroll to check if there was anything wrong. Luckily, the queen's portrait was intact, but then the mosquito flew here again. The boy immediately slapped it. Although he killed the mosquito, he accidentally smeared blood on the queen's portrait. He tried to wipe it off, but he couldn't. He watched as one of the painters who went and lost their lives. The boy rubbed the portrait as hard as he could to get the blood off. The result was that the portrait's nose was wiped clean. The boy was scared out of his wits. He could only bang his head helplessly to think of a way out of his predicament. Just when he was at a loss for words, he suddenly saw a paintbrush. So he picked up the brush and prepared to paint the queen's nose himself. But the boy was so nervous that he made another red mark on the paper. As the soldiers approached, the boy could do nothing but fumble and fumble. No matter how hard he tried, he couldn't get the queen's original hooked nose. He knew that if he couldn't draw it, he would lose his life. The boy's panic increased. But at that moment, the soldiers brought him to the queen's palace. The boy walked up with his scroll. He saw the figure of a tiger appear beside the throne. The boy was so frightened that he unfolded the picture. He thought he would lose his life. But the queen's aesthetics are unique. She liked the boy's portrait very much, and so the boy was rewarded by the queen. She wanted him to be her husband for life. But the boy didn't want to, because the queen was the same age as his grandmother. The queen was not angry and made the boy the head painter of the kingdom. And so the boy's life was transformed, and his master became his assistant to do his bidding. That's how the abstractionists came to be.